Hey, it's Dr. Karen Can. Welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. And if you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and definitely give it a thumbs up if you like the content that we have in today's video. So this week we are talking about the tale of two realities. Sounds kind of catchy, right? Now, this is more of a heads up. Now, if you happen to be a star seed, and that is, in this case, we're referring to humans who in other lifetimes have had experiences as a star person, non-human, maybe in other planets, other realities, definitely listen up. And if you are a light being star seed, someone who was pure light before incarnating into this body and this timeline, this is definitely relevant for you right now. Now, for the other sensitive souls, it may not be relevant, and that's why I'm talking about it being a heads up. The tale of two realities. So what are we talking about? Well, let's back up a little bit. When I did my divine design training a couple of years ago, we added a special module called quantum jumping, and that was an exercise on how to shift one's resonance to be aligned with the healed ideal future reality. I'm almost not calling it the ideal future reality anymore because it's not really future. It's actually here, believe it or not. It's a matter of resonance. So what's happening lately and at greater and greater speeds compared to, say, 3 months ago, and relevant to light being star seeds at this moment, is that they are shifting very quickly from resonating in their being from the old, or what I used to call current reality, to the healed new reality, or the reality that is peace, love, joy, prosperity for all. And so some people think we have to be on this road to get there, Yes, there are action steps and decisions and things like that for sure, as part of the human experience. However, our resonance has to come before those actions. And the resonance is naturally shifting, especially for light being star seeds, into that new or healed reality. I like to call it the healed reality now because it's really not new. It's kind of been, resonating around for a while. And since the quantum jumping that I did and taught a while back, I have noticed that for me right now, when this is happening rapidly for light being star seeds, that shift, I'm not noticing it that much in my physicality as a symptom, as a destabilization factor. However, because so many people are going through this shift, empathetically, I can tune in and feel it and notice it. And thanks to my VIP client, we actually figured this out this week, that it is happening very quickly to light being starseeds. So what can happen when we do that shift from resonating in the old reality and resonating in the healed reality? Well, the shift in consciousness actually doesn't take much effort, if you will, at all. It takes some practice, but not a lot of effort. And light being starseeds tend to do things quickly. The body, okay, the rest of the body and the other systems, like the energetic system and the physical system, they usually take longer, especially the density of the physical system. So dimensionally, pretty quick, but physically, not so quick. And even energetically, not as quick as dimensionally. So what can happen is we can become destabilized. So what does that mean? Well, my mentor, Marcus Bird, talks about the resonant energy field stability. As we go from, say, 3D to 5D, as some people like to describe it, or go to a higher octave of where we are evolving to, it can be destabilizing, and our physical form can go through some changes and discomfort. The more stable one is, the easier the transition. So when we're quantum jumping, the parts of us that take a little longer to make the shift can be done with greater ease and grace when our resonant energy field is more stable. And that means all lifetimes. We can actually impact our resonant energy field in all of our lifetimes. So That's a very, very key piece, is staying stable. So we're going to do some TOLPAKAN healing activation that hopefully will impact you in that stability. I did want to give you a little bit of stats. Now, I did test that light being star seeds are the ones that are having some discomfort from time to time, having kind of like one foot in the old reality, if you will, and one foot in the healed reality. That destabilization can be pretty profound, so that some are only 30% stable in their resonant energy field as they are traversing this. And remember, it's not a linear process. I know it looks like that. We visualize it that way because we're so used to thinking linearly, but it's actually holographic. So you can be in both realities simultaneously, and that can be destabilizing to your resonant energy field. So the idea is staying stable while we are doing the shift. So what's going to happen is that we are resonating more and more and more with the new reality, and less and less and less with the old reality that we do not desire. It's not overnight, at least in my experience. So it's not like we stay in that healed reality. Sometimes we get pulled back in due to mass consciousness, what is going on in the world, and the other outside destabilizing energies that are out there. And some are purposefully trying to destabilize people. Others are just, part of the ascension process and are just naturally destabilizing. As we go through this, if we can stabilize our resonant energy field while we are simultaneously, being in both, that would really help us. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean that you're always in both right now. So especially light being starseeds can sometimes be firmly anchored in the old reality. Yep, there are times that happens. It could be times where we're like traveling and there's 5G and we feel stressed, or dealing with whatever, stressors, that kind of thing. Other times we are resonating in that healed reality. So it's not like you're both all the time. Sometimes you're firmly in one or the other. But what would happen if you were anchored in that new reality more often, or more stable in that? This transition would be smoother for you. So that's something that I'd like to help today, to do an TOLPAKAN healing activation to help with that stability. So just remember that sometimes you can be firmly in the old reality, other times firmly in the new reality, and sometimes in between. And when you're in between, you're actually in two realities simultaneously. That can be destabilizing, but it doesn't have to be. We can actually improve our ability to stay stable throughout these transitions. And the more that you do to raise your consciousness, to be conscious of whatever's going on in the world, and it doesn't mean you're always like, eyes closed, meditating kumbaya, right? Sometimes it's really destabilizing stuff that's happening in the world or in your own personal life. And if you can flow greater with ease in that, meaning that you don't take things personally, meaning that you are kind and compassionate with yourself when you're maybe not feeling 100%, maybe if you're just being more present or being in the now, then these things don't have to destabilize you as much. So there's lots of different practices related to that. For today, let's do this mini healing, the TOLPAKAN healing activation, and see if you notice a difference in how you feel. Now, if you're not a light being starseed, you may not have started this process, or it may not be all that big a deal at this point, but at some point it might be. So we're giving you that heads up. The transitioning and the destabilizing might not be as severe or as quick, which is probably a good thing. It might still happen, and it might not. You may not feel anything, that's good too. Our consciousness is, shifting those things, and as we continue, you can actually even test, how much or what percentage of the waking time is my consciousness firmly anchored in the healed reality. What percentage of time is it anchored only in the old reality, and what percentage of time is it in two realities at once? And that'll give you some idea. Okay, you ready? Oh, let me drink some water here. Got my Ascension 3 here. Charging my water. with big love. Okay, so let's get into the still point together. Rub your hands, feeling the energy, heat being generated there, and then relax. If it's safe for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. Focus on the inside of your body at the level of the hands. And then if you'd like to, expand your focus to the whole body. Feel any energy moving, any movement at all, tingles, waves, buzzing, heat, waves of the heartbeat, could be anything at all. And then go ahead and follow that flow wherever it goes. Just continue following it without judging it, allowing it to be there. Doing this exercise, stillness through observing internal movement, we enter the 0-point field where we can make those shifts on the quantum realm. Okay, so I'm going to speak some TOLPAKAN healing activations. If you'd like to receive, just make that intention to receive whatever healings for your highest and greatest good. Here we go. I now command that the automatic alignment activator that automatically restabilizes your resonant energy field as you traverse from one quantum realm to the other, from one reality to another, be fully downloaded and activated in you in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where you exist, with ease, speed, and grace. I now command that anything that's preventing you from anchoring your consciousness and your being in the new healed reality be healed now, or at whatever speed is for your highest and greatest good in the highest and best way, with ease, speed, and grace in all timelines where you exist. Thank you. I now command that any unwillingness to feel discomfort during this quantum jumping phenomena as we go from the old reality to the healed reality, that be healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where you exist with ease, speed, and grace. Finally, it's now commanded that your energetic relationship with your resonant energy field be healed, your energetic relationship with the old reality be healed, your energetic relationship with the new reality be healed, and your energetic relationship with the quantum jump from the old to new reality healed and optimized, harmonized, in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all realities where you exist, where allowed, with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. So take a breath in and out slowly to anchor that in. Now go ahead and open your eyes gently if they are closed, and notice how that feels in the body. So it could feel anything at all. Maybe you didn't feel anything, but if you did feel something, or you have some ahas or some awareness, I would love for you to comment below the video and let me know what that felt like for you. I feel kind of warm actually. Okay, so we're going to do some announcements for today on Light Warrior Radio on Monday, September 18, 2023. We are airing an episode with the wonderful Galina. Now, her last name is quite difficult to pronounce, so I'm going to try. Kalazewski. She told me, and I forget. Kazuski, Zusny. She's not Polish. Kalyusny. Oh my goodness. She's very forgiving of my mispronunciation of her name. Anyway, she's a scientist that works with energy tools in international and vital force technologies with the late Constantine Yuri Krone. Yuri Krone's book, The Science of Subtle Energy, was released prior to him leaving the planet. Galina is a lovely, sensitive soul, and she's been helping us actually with our Ascension 3 products, our necklaces, and our 3R formula. So during this call, we're going to talk about a number of things that I think it's really important for you to know about subtle energy. There's a lot of science in the book, but the book isn't really that complicated. What we are going to talk about is, first of all, what is subtle energy? How did Yuri figure out what that was, especially in the old Soviet Union, right, where he was actually not allowed to do some of this research, interestingly. And the importance of having a clean, energetic environment when it comes to healing. Huge aha there. So you definitely want to hear about that piece. Also, how subtle energies can be captured and infused into jewelry, certain materials, like silicone, like even plastic, and for supplements into trace minerals. So super interesting stuff. And then finally, about how you can create an energized infused water with their formulas if you choose to use some of their formulas. We talk a little bit about, Vital 360, longevity and stress relief formulas, what they have, fantastic research behind those products, and then also talking a little bit about the energetic patterns that are in the 3R formula that you might have read the little card that comes with it and had no idea what it does. So this is your, you're in on what some of those specific proprietary frequencies are. That is way too long to put on a label. Yes. So join us for that airing of the podcast Monday at 12 noon Eastern. And although Galina has a very thick Russian accent, I have tried my best to kind of summarize some of the things she said. She's absolutely delightful, a beautiful, sensitive soul. And I really hope you enjoy this episode. So a couple of announcements. Number one, the Electric Universe, YOU Universe, from my friend, colleague, and former client, Lori Burrell, is going to be launching in early October. We want to make sure that you have a seat there. It's going to be free to watch, and I am in one of the episodes. I'm not really sure which one yet. Of course, you can, if you can't watch all four, on the free, you can purchase it for $37. You get the whole kit plus all these bonuses if you want to do that. But it's pretty cool. We have a coupon for you so that you can watch the launch free if you would like. So I'm going to post that link down below the video, and would love for you to be there at the red carpet screening October 6th through the 9th. So, block that off in your calendar. And speaking of calendar blocking off, the Ask Your Doctor's Life Wave show, normally the first Monday of the month live, is now moving to Zoom. And that'll be nice because we can actually show you pictures. So Dr. Dennis has agreed to do a live Zoom once a month. Those that register for that particular one, and well, register, I mean, we're going to have an event. We're going to put that on Facebook, and you'll be able to come in on the Zoom and ask your questions. There is going to be a form. This is new. There's going to be a form that you fill out with your request. And that way we can have it all on one page. I won't be going to this page and that page to get all everybody's, questions. It's all going to be in one spreadsheet, so that it'll be easier for Dr. Dennis and I to manage and do that call. So we're going to record the call on the Zoom. It's going to be live if you come live, and it's going to be also aired as a recorded podcast on the first Monday of the month as usual. That won't be live though. That will just be a replay of the show. So definitely want to let you know to mark your calendar for September 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern for that special invitation where you can come on live on Zoom and have your questions answered. Okay, so stay on the mailing list so you get that type form, and you get to put in your questions for us. All right, so I think that's it for this week. Sometimes I forget things, but right now I think that's it for this week as far as announcements go. Thank you so much for joining me for the Spiritual Medicine Digest, and happy traversing to realities. Until next time, much love and bye for now. Oh, and remember to subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and comment below. I love reading your comments. Bye for now.